Hello everybody, nice to see you again and welcome again to our story time. You alright, Oscar? And what have we chosen today, Oscar? I know you were looking at lots of different things. We've had a super weekend, haven't we? But the one you've chosen today is... Yes, I know, a good book. Can you see that one? The Squirrels Who Squabbled. So, Oscar, I'm going to sit you down so you can have a little look, yes? Because you want to see the pictures. Okay, let's pop you over there then, and you can go and see the pictures. You go over there, that's fine. Okay, and we're going to see what story we've got. Are we ready? The Squirrels That Squabbled. Let's have a little look. I hope you don't been squabbling this weekend. Let's see. Are we ready? Sitting comfortably? Okay. In a towering forest, where summer had been, the cool air bit fresh and the moss grew green. And as autumn edged in and the sky raged red, the sleepiest creatures got ready for bed. While up in a tree swung a flightly young squirrel, who everyone knew as Spontaneous Cyril. Wow. Wonder what Cyril's getting up to. Now, the most foresty folk had seen to their needs through the plentiful moss and the mushrooms and seeds. They'd built up their stores and they'd all been well fed through the foresting of winter that glittered ahead. Oh, wow. You see the picture? Yeah. But Cyril, he lived in the now and the here, and he adventured and parted his way through the air. So his cupboard was empty, his hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. Oh dear. What's he gonna do? Shall we see? But what was that? Over there. Take a look, a single lone pine cone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for very good reason, for inside that very last nut of the season. Wow, he's found one piece of food, hasn't he? But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, plan ahead Bruce had his eyes set on the prize. Though he had gathered a mountain of bounty of food, Bruce was convinced he was one pine nut short. I simply must have it, he wistfully cried, and he dreamt of the fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. Oh. So Cyril set off on his way to the ground. Bruce, he was also last pine cone bound. Can you see them both chasing for it? They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the banks in their scampering scamble. But their panic and haste shook the tips of the spruce, and the pine cone, it tumbled, and then it came loose. Because they were running up the tree and both trying to get the last thing, nobody got it. It fell off the tree. So, both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. There was the start of a nutty race. Can you see them racing after the pine cone? Wow. Oh, no, it's mine, shouted Cyril. No, mine, hollowed Bruce. You don't stand a chance. Give up, it's no use. I'm hungry, said Cyril. This cone is not yours. Stay back, shouted Bruce. This cone is for my store. Can you see them chasing? Oh dear. This is not good, is it? Chasing after food and fighting after food. It bombed down over branches and flew through the air. It banged on the nose of a sleeping bear. It bounced over the log and then came to a... Where's it going? They're still chasing it. Then it came to a stop, then tittered and wobbled and quivered, and where's it gonna go? Where's it going? Plop! Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast. Would they learn that they needed each other at last? Because they're going to jump into that water to chase that pine cone now, isn't they? But each one was so intent on how he could win, so they didn't quite notice a bird sweeping in. Somebody's going to come in and take it from them, do you think? Let's see what the bird does. Oh, Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as they came. The cone disappeared and it went up, up and away. Come back, shouted Cyril. There are nuts, exclaimed Bruce. But all hope was gone. It was simply no use. Oh no, but where are they drifting? They're not watching where they're going, are they? And meanwhile they drifted right up to the edge. Greed, it was driving them. Where was it driving them? Over the edge. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Oh dear, look, they're falling in the waterfall, aren't they? They should have been looking after each other. Bruised and battered, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce, the other he heard and he huffed and dragged him to safety with a pant and a puff. They stared at the sky quite lost in deep thought until Bruce looked at Cyril and what's he going to do? Let out a snort. How silly we are, he proclaimed all of a jiggle. How greedy I've been, spluttered Bruce with a giggle. Oh dear. We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We should celebrate seeing we're both in one piece. I agree. From that day forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end. Oh, last page. The best things to share is a laugh with your friends and family. Wow. So Cyril and Bruce, what were they doing? They were fighting over food. Were they fighting over food? Yeah, why were they doing that? Because they thought it was the last pine nut, didn't they? Oh, hello. They did. So what did we learn from that story? Oh, yes. Oscar said the thing to remember from that story is that there's plenty of food and things to go around and we need to share. Don't we? Yes. Some people have lots of food, some people don't have so much. So we have to remember that sometimes we need to share things as well, don't we? Yeah. Even if it's busy out there at the moment and Mummy and Daddy are struggling to get food from the supermarkets and things like that, there's always plenty around for people to share with you. Okay, so maybe you could do some nice pictures of food that's your favourite food that you like that you would be able to share with some of your family and your friends, and maybe you could put them up on your parent zone or share them with us on our YouTube, and maybe we could have a little look at your lovely pictures, or you could send them to us and we can get them. Wouldn't we like to see that, wouldn't we, Oscar? Yes, we would. Excellent. All right, well, have a lovely time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Say bye-bye, Oscar.